For the benefit of the English speakers, I'm going to speak in English, because there are a few people here that I met outside. I'm going to be talking today about search and e-commerce. There's a very deep connection between search and e-commerce, and that's what we've taken on to do at Twiggle. There are soon going to be 2 billion people shopping online. Essentially, that's 2 billion people in some way or other trying to buy something, trying to give you, retailers, brands, their money. There are various ways to look for products and search for products and find products, but essentially it's about connecting people, shoppers, to sellers. That's what the search connection is, and that's what we do at Twiggle. Now, I want to take a step back today from all the traditional KPIs that people look at in e-commerce, things like average order value and conversion rates and click-through rates. All of these things are super important, and they're what drive return on investment on any spend you do in the e-commerce space. And I want to focus on something that the 2 or 3 big companies in the world doing e-commerce, leading the market, what they've understood very, very well. They've understood that the first principles that make retail, offline shopping, very, very good, also apply online. And what do I mean? I mean about understanding your customers, okay? So we've had 20 years of e-commerce, maybe more, maybe 23 years of e-commerce since around 1995. And that's done amazing things, okay? It's brought huge inventory online, and it's brought the ability to buy from your phone and from your home. But what it's taken away is the human-to-human connection you have when you're actually meeting a salesperson in store. And that's what we can bring back using artificial intelligence and search. From now on, AI-inspired search engines, and exactly what we're doing here at Twiggle, will be able to bring the ability to understand your customers and communicate with e-commerce companies, very, very similar to the way you communicate to a person when you go into a physical brick-and-mortar store. The way that happens is when you connect the ability to understand not only what your customers are looking to buy, but also what products that you have to sell. What happens in store when you go into Macy's, or you go into Best Buy, or you go into the Gap, and you look for a piece of clothing to wear, and you approach a salesperson, you ask for something. That salesperson understands what you're saying, and they bring out the right product which matches the intent they think you have. To be able to do that same thing online, you have to be able to understand people. You have to be able to understand what they want, what they're saying, what they're asking for. And you also have to be able to understand products. All the products you're saying, all the products that you're selling, and you have to be able to understand them in a very detailed way, in a very human way, right? So you have to understand things about the product's material, about their weight, about their technical characteristics, about how they're used. Once you're able to make that connection between what people are looking for and what you're selling in an analytic way, you provide a next-generation experience. This is an example of the new type of searches we are able to support at Twiggle, and how it's an example of how we're bringing search closer to human understanding. And I encourage everyone here to take out their phones and try these search queries on whatever e-commerce company you prefer. Amazon, eBay, Alibaba, The Gap. Try these same search queries right now and see what you get. So this is an example of a query for a red dress, okay? Someone's looking for a red dress. That's a relatively popular query, okay? And in some cases, in a good search experience, you'd get a red dress. But if you add one word to red dress and you make it red dress shirt, that completely changes the meaning of what the person searching is actually looking for, okay? But it's very, very difficult for an engine that doesn't understand products to know that difference and give you good results. Now, if you add to this query another 2 words, you say red dress shirt without sleeves, it's a completely different product as well. And you'll notice that most e-commerce companies, actually it's around 95% of them, won't be able to give you these 3 results because they won't be able to understand you. Now, maybe that's a good thing, because then we won't have many people walking around with sleeveless red shirts, okay? But at the end of the day, to be able to provide a good experience across the board, no matter if you're searching for very popular head queries like red dress or very niche long-tail queries like red dress shirt without sleeves, you have to have an approach which is able to tackle things at scale. That's what we're doing at Twiggle, and that becomes even more important when you have less room to do this in, okay? Soon it's going to be around 60% of transactions of e-commerce around the world are going to be happening on mobile. Mobile screens are smaller. You're on the move. You have less room to make mistakes. And this is what it's all about. That's what we're doing at Twiggle. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.